The following are the 10 methods taught in the Hoa Adornment Sutra, in the section Treatment, Ground, and Abstinence, in the 10 Pillars chapter. Actually, this method is not limited to monks and nuns, but is for everyone who practices the Bodhisattva way, both lay and monastic. Song said that it is for monks and nuns because monks and nuns have the conditions and superior conditions to implement this method. At the same time, the activities of the monks are activities aimed at enlightenment, in full accordance with the 10 methods outlined in the sutra. The method is as follows: 1. Multiliterate chanting, that means learning deeply about Buddha Dharma. Study to know clearly the Buddha's teachings and truth. Study to cultivate virtue. Therefore, the object of learning is the truth, leading to liberation from afflictions and dissolving the delusion of the ego. 2. Idleness and tranquility, this is a carefree attitude towards life. If multiliterate means containing the views and gossips of the world, then we will certainly attract all the gossip and troubles in life, therefore, we will be stuck in a vicious circle of life's affairs. If multiliterate means accumulating the truth in the scriptures and digesting the principles of liberation, then we will become free. Therefore, idleness and tranquility is the attitude of letting go of life's problems, winning and losing, disputes, and personal gain. Everything you calculate for yourself is not leisure, it is peace. 3. Being close to good knowledge, means being close to masters who have insight, enlightenment or liberation. Or stay close to wise and moral masters to guide you in your practice. A wise person must be many steps ahead of you on the path of practice, thus being able to make you develop Bodhisattva, teach you to cultivate and mature Bodhisattva, help me when I'm stuck, only told me when I was still full of shortcomings. Because of being close to good intellectuals, I have achieved great knowledge, which means listening a lot to the teachings of the Master. 4. Peaceful speech, it means speaking peacefully and happily. Speech can only be peaceful and peaceful when your mind is truly peaceful. Therefore, we must practice the attitude of not arguing with anyone, no matter what, be ready to admit your mistakes and accept defeat. No arguments, no self-defense. When your mind doesn't see anyone as an enemy, doesn't have prejudices about anyone, and doesn't think that you're good, that your way of doing things is unique and correct, then you can easily be at ease and peaceful. If you pay close attention, you will see that there are certain times when you like to raise your voice and be rude. At those times, your wisdom or mind no longer controls your speech, then bad habits control your tongue. Therefore, we must practice listening to what we say, observe and pay attention to each word, so that the words do not go against the spirit of no fighting. 5. Speech knows the right time, that means speaking at the right time. The ancients taught that when talking, look at the other person's face. If people show discomfort, don't want to listen, or are upset, don't say anything anymore. When the other person is not paying attention, is busy, or is talking, do not interrupt or speak. If you know the other person doesn't like or don't want to hear a certain topic, don't bring it up or discuss it. If you know the other person doesn't have time to talk, don't make it too long. Useless, meaningless, worldly things should not be said by practitioners. If a monastic person likes to discuss worldly matters, disputes, and personal interests, it will only cause lay people to despise and criticize him. You should only say things that make the listener develop faith, develop bodhicitta, or eliminate deadlocks and afflictions in life. You should practice observing the opportunity and cause before speaking. 6. The mind is fearless, that means the mind is fearless and fearless. Don't be afraid that the Dharma is too profound and you won't be able to receive it. Don't complain that the Dharma is too difficult to practice and you can't practice it. When the mind has hope and wishes, that mind always has anxiety and fear. Therefore, practicing a state of mind without fear is practicing non-seeking. Whenever you are taught any Dharma, practice that Dharma, without expecting retribution, without thinking about what benefits you will receive. 7. Lu dat yu meaning, that means using wisdom, thinking, to understand the profound meaning. This is not about understanding the surface, or memorizing it. Achieving the meaning means seeing the expression of that meaning in life. For example, when studying the passage, the world is impermanent, the country is in danger. We need to see that impermanence, not just through words and phrases, but through intuition and the perception of the reality of impermanence on earth. 8. Like the method of practice, during the process of gaining profound meaning, there will be times when we cannot use thinking to understand, nor can we use external realms to demonstrate. At those times, it is required that we use external realms. Meditation to answer. Therefore, practitioners need to practice as the Dharma to develop the ability to understand the truth. More sensitive than the ability of this thinking mind. Dharma means to follow the instructions, in accordance with the truth, in accordance with the precepts, and in accordance with morality and humanity. When you practice not according to the Dharma, it means you practice not according to the teachings of good knowledge, or if you do not conform to the spirit of the Buddhist scriptures, or you invent your own methods and methods that are completely inconsistent. Any premise, system, rules, or precepts. There are people who are among them but make their own drawings that are different and eccentric. When we don't practice together or don't get along with the masses, we have to observe and see if we practice according to the Dharma or not. As long as the Dharma is practiced, there will never be a special self or me that outstands others. 9. Far from ignorance, the root of ignorance is in desires, afflictions, and attachments. When cultivating yourself, remember that the goal is to get rid of these things. The more you practice, the less sorrow, less anger, less high tribute, and less desire. Therefore, there will be more clarity, so the Buddha taught to diligently cultivate precepts. Concentration and wisdom, to eliminate greed, anger, and ignorance. We must pay attention to the 5 things that desire craves the most. First, money, material things, television, videos. Second, if you can't escape the door of beauty, male or female, if you can't escape the door of lust, then no matter how advanced you practice the Dharma, it's useless and you can't be liberated. The Shurangama Sutra teaches, if the lustful mind is not eliminated, it cannot escape the world. Third, fame, status, name, expecting to be respected and respected by others is also an extremely foolish form. Fourth, eating and drinking, loving delicious and luxurious food is also a scary desire. Because food is only a transformation of lust. Thursday, sleep and rest, or more accurately, the desire for enjoyment, happiness, laziness, and sitting idle for the day. When this liking turns into addiction, it becomes even more harmful. For example, today many people are addicted to drugs, alcohol, gambling, playing games or watching movies, etc. The above 5 things all need to be avoided. Talking about the causes of ignorance, perhaps we should say more about the things that cause us to develop wrong views, like TV, videos with programs full of violence, lust, and pollution. Bad friends, or people who lack knowledge of the truth. If your friend has too many bad habits, it will be difficult to help or influence you well, and if you don't have enough wisdom and means, you won't be able to help them. 10. Staying still, the mind only stays still when it stays still, or sees the truth, the unchanging truth. Therefore, in everything, we must develop an eye that can penetrate the truth, called Trakfapnan. We must know how to see through phenomena or appearances to know the truth. At that time, my mind is always peaceful, no matter what difficult or turbulent circumstances. When the mind is no longer disturbed by desires, afflictions, and delusions, then the mind is truly calm and motionless. In the 10 methods above, most of them use wisdom to guide them, thereby generating great compassion to reach perfection. But the above methods, it can be said, are extremely practical for those who live in the jungle. If you practice according to them, the path will surely progress.
Thank you for spending your valuable time on my channel Journey to Enlightenment. Wishing you a very peaceful and happy day. Don't forget to click like and subscribe to my support channel. See you in the next video.